Hello and welcome to the New Age Geek channel. If you're new here, build an inclusive space for people of all walks of life through the power of friendship, magic, and tabletop role-playing games. Tonight we have Forging Fates, our sober D&D campaign set in the critical role world of Exandria, following our adventuring party, the Fists of Fate. What's up, Fists?
Hi, Joe.
What's up?
Hello.
Yep, that tracks. Happy Monday.
I missed it last time. You're welcome.
Thank you. This is your weekly friendly little reminder that the New Age Geeks includes more than just us up here on the screen. It relies on all of you wonderful geeks and your participation in this community that we are building together. Even my roommate's dog agrees. If you want to become one of the New Age Geeks, you absolutely can. Just make sure to subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels and join our Discord, where you will find moderated chats, emotes by one of our favorite geeks, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
And chat rooms with the cast and other members of this growing community. Another friendly little reminder is the best way to help us out with the algorithm is engagement, so we'd greatly appreciate if you'd watch the video all the way through, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that these platforms know to share us with everybody else. Beyond that, we have posts going up on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Threads, so if you are on those platforms, make sure to give us a follow for more geeky goodness.
Twitch Prime. It's free. If you already have Amazon Prime, it awards you a 1-month subscription to any channel here on Twitch. Once per month, you do need to go in and resubscribe to that channel at no additional cost. Just link your accounts and click subscribe with Prime on that channel. For example, New Age Geeks. If you find yourself able, please subscribe, perhaps gift subscriptions to others, cheer using bits, donate via PayPal, and if you wish to sponsor the New Age Geeks, reach out to us directly via our Instagram page to begin those discussions.
Speaking of sponsors, if you enjoy the music we have going on here on Forging Fates, I highly recommend checking out the Songcraft bot. The Songcraft bot allows you to play open source, community selected music and soundscapes directly from your Discord server with just a few clicks. Whether you're playing with friends or streaming on Twitch, you can use the audio stress-free. With their Pro Level subscription, get their playlist builder, shareable playlist codes, access to 40+ music genres, 20+ soundscape types, global genre selections, and 2 premium Discord servers, all for just $10 a month. But by using our referral code NAG, that is N-A-G, you get $2 off your subscription for the first 3 months. All you need to do to get started is invite the Songcraft bot of your choosing to your server, then just hit play and let Songcraft take care of the rest.
And we are also partners with Dragon's Nest Delivery. If you don't know what Dragon's Nest Delivery is, it is a D&D shop with a ton of D&D essentials, including dice, apparel, homebrew adventures, and their Nat 20 card series, which we'd been using on Queer and Present Danger, as well as a D&D subscription box. The subscription box includes dice, candy, one-shot adventures, minis, and a bunch of downloadable content as well. So when you go to checkout, make sure to use our referral code NEWAGEGEEKS, that is all one word, for 18% off of your order. And yes, that even includes the subscription box. So when you head over and check them out, make sure to tell them that we sent you.
Okay. Announcements for the week. Forge New Age Geek. Why? Stop yelling, Yuri.
Huh?
Stop yelling at me.
Yelling!
New Age Geeks is about to hit our 100th episode on Forging Fates, and we're going to be doing a big giveaway. So keep an eye out on the socials, probably tomorrow, where all that will be posted. We're going to be giving away Dragon's Nest Delivery stuff. We've got a couple indie TTRPGs that we're going to be giving away, and a Explorer's Guide to Wildmount, if I'm remembering that correctly, that we're going to be giving away. That being said, that's it for this week for New Age Geeks. Yuri, what do you got going on this week?
Oh man, what don't I got going on this week? Tomorrow we are back at Happy Jack's RPGs for our Road to Nowhere Electric State RPG game. On Wednesday, we're coming back from our hiatus for superhero shenanigans using the Mutants and Masterminds RPG over at Don't Kill My Character. On Thursday, it is the last of our 3-episode mini-series, Our Place at the End of the World, which is over at Starcrawl RPG, GM'd by Sean from Help Action Needed, where we are just a whole bunch of normal people living out our last days, knowing the world is about to end. It is emotional. People have cried, and if you're into that stuff, definitely go check it out. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will be over at San Diego Comic-Con GMing games in Spanish and in English for the West Coast Adventurers Guild. So if you want to learn to play D&D, you watch and you don't know how you want to play some Adventures Leagues game, or just, just play. It is for everyone, regardless of whether they know or not how to play. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to that. Then next weekend, I will be over at Gen Con as well, DMing games on Thursday and on Friday, going around, hanging out with people on Saturday, and then at Con of the Dead, the live show with our Crit Bard right here. And that's it for me.
Speaking of Crit Bard, what do you got going on this week, Omega?
Tomorrow over on twitch.tv/surfeffers for the next episode of Doomscroll, which is our summer series before we come back to Terraform in the fall. It is the penultimate episode, and things are getting spicy. So come check that out. Nothing else D&D wise on stream for me. It's a live Friday over on twitch.tv/Crit Hit Chronicles for Shadows over Baldur's Gate. Which is a fun D&D game set in the world of Baldur's Gate 3 specifically. So that's been a lot of fun. As Yuri said, I will be at Gen Con. I am part of the Oops All Hembos live show. And I can't wait to talk about what we're doing for that. I'll be GMing Dungeons and Durags live on Thursday, and then the Con of the Dead on Sunday. What that means, come find out. It's going to be a wild ride. Yeah, and then all the other things. Just look at my socials. That's
okay. Anyone else got anything going on this week that they want to talk about?
I will be at San Diego Comic-Con, my home convention. Yuri, I didn't know you were going to be there, so I'm going to come surprise you. So if you're trying to see at least 2 of the Fortune Fates, please come find us at San Diego Comic-Con. Come support Yuri. Come find me and you might get a prize. Special die that I'll be giving out. But yeah.
Okay. All right. I think that's it for announcements for the week. That being said, let's dive into tonight's episode of Forging Fates. And we are back. Okay. So, picking up where we last left off, who would like to give the recap for last week?
Me.
Okay. Give it to us, Morgan.
So, Morgan doesn't send letters. She does, however, have a coin on a necklace that she talks to sometimes when she's alone. And you see, as we have come back to the ship, that she grabs it in her captain's quarters and speaks to it. So we ended up killing the spider. I just wanted to sneak onto her ship and steal her treasure map because she's so insufferable. But she's dead now. Good riddance, I know. Surprises keep life interesting, right? But did you know she was in cahoots with the Wanderman's Assembly and Captain Mournforum the Ashdrift? Well, probably not, but you would have had an inkling. You were always much better at that kind of stuff than me. I wonder what kind of trouble I'll be in after they find out I killed her. Though I reckon they probably didn't like her much either, so who knows. I did keep her ship and her crew. Of course, I'm a pirate. You taught me well. And I'll take anything I can get against the Pirate King. One step closer to revenge, payback, justice. Oh, and you'll never guess what we encountered after following her map. Nemus the Dragon Turtle. Turns out it sank a ship with lots of nice valuables aboard. I remember you used to tell me stories about it and bragged about how you met it when you were younger and lived to tell the tale. Well, now so did I. So, how's that? I managed not to die, but not only did it let us live, it let us took what we wanted from the sunken ship. I'm sure you would have enjoyed that. Do you think it would have remembered you? I don't know. Oh, and I kind of take back what I said last time about my new traveling companions. They're not that bad. They have their secrets, sure, and a lot of them, even with each other, by the looks of it. But I have my own, so I can't hold that against them. And what needs to be done still needs to be done. For you. She kisses the coin and tucks it into her shirt.
Okay. So, with that, as we return back to the deck of the Siren's Song, having pulled up your haul from the sea below, instantly some of your crew, Morgan, begin to go about and installing the new Arcano cannons and getting those into place. Your ship has room for 8 cannons. You had 6 already, so 2 are able to slot in easily enough. I do need you, not right now, but you do need to make a decision as to where you are slotting these cannons, because it's 4 on each side. And then there's the 2 smaller cannons kind of up on the front and 1 in the back. But these are more hand cannons than, and their cannons won't fit there. That being said, you will have 2 cannons left over, so you can either figure out if you want to modify your ship to add new cannon holes, but you have a decision to make about what to do with these 2 extra cannons. That all being said, Zarel, having been quiet the last 24 hours, is there anything you had wanted to get done while this was all going on?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he's done all the booking that he can do. I think that Zero has been kind of quieter. He's been really introspective and just trying to connect to Paler more, and realizing that his position, he's trying to be more serious.
Okay.
More serious. Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
All right. Well, easy enough then, as the rest of the crew is kind of up on the deck now. You all having a bit of a moment to yourselves, if there's anything that anyone wanted to do in particular before the ship begins its last little trek towards the cove.
Should probably have my spell sheet, my character sheet up. At the very least, amongst the plethora of things out there, he's going to amongst the rebel and the riches, however people feel about these things, he saw a bone-like magical wind chime thing that had energy. He's going to identify that.
Okay. It is. I have 72 pages worth of notes for the Shattered Teeth now. This is insanity. That is the Tide Echo wind chimes. It does not require attunement of any sort. It is just an item that you kind of put up in a space, and it will ring whenever there are spirits nearby within 120 feet, even if invisible.
Okay. I have to ask. I know wording is important, but has it rung at all around Rhynak, considering what's on
No.
his belt? Okay, I'm just asking. Just asking. I know. Okay. Okay. Cool. Great. Noted. Yeah. I think while the movement's all happening, at some point, if he sees Morgan, it's gonna be a very matter of fact, because busy getting boat back up and running and moving. So obviously, he understands that her time will be elsewhere. But just in case, he will just stop her. The chime is just dangling in front of him, via the skeletal mage hand. So there's no use for this. Anything I do. That's not his voice. There's no use for this with anything I do. But if you are scared of a little ghost every now and then, this could be good for you.
Ghost. It's pretty though. If you don't want it, I'll take it.
It is something. I do not have a requirement to understand if souls are around me. I can do that without the use of a desiccated bone.
Ah, I see. Seems handy enough. And she'll reach out to grab it from your little mage hand.
And
She
it'll.
tries to put her finger through it. Oh, it disappeared.
Oh. And where is your next destination, if you do not mind me asking? I can't say I remember, nor did I make it a point to remember.
We are a little ways out from the cove now. We're going to meet up with my first mate, get the beauty that goes at the front of the ship, supplies, and hopefully the information regarding our first real target. Shouldn't be far
dear.
now.
Tell me, while I have you,
Sure.
this will be quite, how did the bard say, a scene change, if you will? The sword upon you, or the piece that you have. May I ask, is it your intent to also keep the sword? I know there was a conversation about parting of it and yada yada, but you seem attached, and I'm merely curious. No ulterior motives behind this question.
If you had one of these, as your friend does, I'm sure they understand the way they work. It is difficult not to be attached to it, regardless of my intentions.
Huh.
So, the end of this road for us all will be hard. I know that.
I still can't say the idea of this piratical life is for me. But I will say, I am forever intrigued. I love to understand the person. Understanding the person means understanding the soul. And I understand how hard it can be to change everything once you know it so well.
And if I may say so, I think you make a pretty good pirate.
Do I have the ability to just go invisible? Like
Like she's very aware that you don't like she's very aware that you don't like pirating and you don't like what she does, regardless of what you think of her as a person.
Mhm.
So that was very much on purpose. It's like, okay, you're making me a little uncomfortable. This is how I get you back.
And it is, yes, doubled, sent right back to him. Just, well, I will let you get back to your captain duties.
She nods at you.
He will turn and walk off to who knows where.
Okay. What about our other two, Glormrog and Finnick? Is there anything you guys wanted to do in this short time between bringing up your booty and making your way off to the cove?
What time of day is it right now?
If I'm not mistaken, you're about a little after midday. Because yeah. Actually, no, a little bit before midday, because the longest part of the journey is that second half, because you're going against the tide.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you're a little bit before midday.
I would just be out looking over the edge, just listening, like sort of coming down from the adrenaline rush, of, encountering a dragon turtle and also being the one who got us spotted, and sort of you can see I just have this like introspective, like sort of frustrated look on my face as I try to use the sound of the waves to calm myself down and sort of not necessarily, well, kind of regain my footing, because I got knocked ass over tea kettle by the dragon turtle. So
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
oh no. Natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
As you're kind of looking down into the water, you aren't really like focusing that much on it at the actual below the surface. You're not focusing super hard on, but as you're kind of looking for a moment, you swear there's something moving below the water. It's like black shadows you see swimming below the surface.
At that point, I'll just sort of look around, see if anybody's near me. Like, even if it's just like another crew member, it's like, do you see that underneath the water?
I'll be there.
Okay. Roll me a perception check on
Oh. 9.
Yeah, no, you don't notice anything. It's just water, as far as you can tell. It's a deep blue, almost black water, just because of the way the lighting is. Nothing out of the ordinary, as far as you can tell.
What am I supposed to be seeing here, Finnick?
I thought I saw something moving underneath the ship.
I believe you if you say you did. My powers of observation are not as keen as some of the others.
I mean, maybe I'm still just trying to get over the fact that we encountered a dragon turtle and survived.
Mm-hmm. A giant lizard again. Yep.
What do you think of all that?
It was crazy that it was talking. I understood some of what it was saying. It was addressing Morrigan with different names every time. Mackerel, something like that. Like a little fish. Don't know. She might have given it a fake name, but it was big. It was loud. It was speaking Aquan. I think. The fact that it let us go threw me off.
You and I both.
It seemed really possessive of the treasure, so the fact that we literally just went in and took it, and that was okay, speaks to the persuasive nature of Morgan. It's something to look out for.
Yeah, she is good at what she does. We just got a couple more hours, I think, until we're to where we're going, so.
Do me a favor.
Okay.
Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Thank you.
I feel bad for being the one that, is the reason we got caught.
Finnick, you are not exactly the stealthiest among us.
That's putting it lightly.
I certainly wouldn't expect you to be number one in a heist, but there are things you can do that nobody else can do, and I wouldn't have it any other way than having you by my side.
Thank you.
I'm worried about arming these ships and collecting more ships and collecting a pirate crew for all the ships. Are we building a fleet? An armada? I keep thinking about what's going to happen when we take on the Pirate King, you know? We beat him. Will Morgan double-cross us? Will she turn the sword on us? Will she turn these ships and these crew members on us? Will she uphold her end of the bargain? Will she be true to her word? Four Arcano cannons. It's pretty significant firepower.
Mm-hmm. Would it be...
And I know...
Sorry?
No, go ahead.
Would it be a wild ask to say we get one of the Arcano cannons for our ship?
The Red Dawn?
Yeah.
We can ask. I don't know if she's gonna part ways with it, but couldn't hurt to ask.
The whole thing about sharing treasure and all, I don't know the rules to that exactly, but we can ask. you were saying.
Huh?
You have completely valid concerns and worries, especially with the reputation around with what Morgan does. Again, all completely valid. And unfortunately, I don't think there's a way to find out until it happens.
Part of learning about strategy, which admittedly I'm not good at. Got a C in my class when I was at the Cobalt Soul. It's expecting the worst and hoping for the best. Right, so I need to think about having 4 Arcano Cannons turned on us and having Morgan run me through with the blade. Not because I expect it to happen, but because if I'm prepared for it, I might be able to do something about it if it happens.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really feel like the 2 fingers, digits. What are we going with now? Members of the Fist of Fate. I don't know. The other 2, Rhynek and Zaro. They are incredibly capable.
Mm-hmm.
And I would trust them to have my back. So if Morgan turns on us, and we tell Rhynek, go ahead and kill all the pirates, I'm sure you'd be happy to hear that. Cyril. Worried about him. He's been quiet.
Yeah, I was gonna go check on him after this.
Is it cool if I come too?
Sure.
Didn't know if you wanted it private, but
Hmm.
like I said,
Nothing
I'm worried
private.
about him.
Yeah, me too.
Let's go find a friend.
Do. Off to go find Zero.
This music does not fit.
Oh, I can't hear
I
it.
feel like I'm in
I
Agrabah
know,
right now for some reason.
I've been sitting in silence, so I don't know what it sounds like.
I'm just like, this is pretty, but this is a lot of
Arabian.
Oh,
We don't
sorry,
have the money
continue.
to fight Disney for those rights.
No.
Oh, because it's muted. I was wondering what. I was like, dang, is this whole stream in silence? I seriously thought this was a quiet moment.
So we kick in the door and
Oh,
we
this
pummel
is
Zero.
terrifying music. Jesus. In the shower, screams.
No. Knock on the door.
Knock on Zero's door.
We're in the ship, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You would probably be. You would hear, "Hello. May I help you?" It's not Zero's voice, but it's a voice that you guys might find familiar.
Jeffrey?
Yes.
We're looking for Zero.
Master Zero. Well, he is in the back room of the back room of the jacuzzi room on the balcony. Would you
Mhm.
like me to take you to him?
Yes, please.
Alrighty. Would you like to take the warhorse, or would you like to take the palindrome?
Whichever is quicker.
Well, Master Zero thought you would say something like that, so you guys can go on the boat. Please follow me. And
There's a
Jeffrey
boat
opens the
now
door.
too.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Where you guys go to open the door, Jeffrey goes, "Follow me, please." And where there's that little foyer still, but instead of that long, what's it called?
Field?
Grassy long place that you get to the
Meadow.
to the meadow or whatever you want to call it. It's all water. And there's a gondola waiting, made of Jeffries, of course. Yes. Please join me. And Jeffrey's arm turns into a very long arm, and he's using that as a gondola arm to push the boat. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll fast forward through all the other stuff, but it's the same thing, but it's just water now. So takes you all the way up to the balcony in the back room of the jacuzzi room, where Zero is sitting, and it's like under starlight and a full moon. Yeah. So
Hey, Zero.
what's up?
You've been quiet lately and just wanted to check in on you. I know you've been doing a lot of thinking recently.
The gondola ride. I figured that would be more your speed, you know.
It was
I mean,
an interesting ride.
Yeah. Jeffrey number 17 thought it would be a good idea. How's the pirate's life?
Keeping us on edge, that's for sure.
Cormorog?
what's up?
Can I be honest with you guys?
Never. Absolutely not. Nope. No way.
Fine.
No, go ahead. What do you have to say?
I think that shirt is not great for your skin tone. But other than that,
You don't like the blue with the blue?
I don't like the blue with the green. You know, you're more of a foresty green, and if you're gonna do that, you might want to go like a darker tone blue, like a navy or
I
like
mean, it's a cobalt blue for the cobalt soul. I don't
I get it,
like.
but you know,
It's uniform colors. I don't get to choose
but
the colors. It's
well, clearly somebody did, and they didn't make a good choice.
I don't think they really had half orcs in mind for this, but
That's true. I'm worried, you guys.
seems par for the course.
Yeah,
Golf is now canon in Exandria.
for sure. Actually called ball stick hole.
Ball stick hole. Yep.
Yeah, it's from the country of Bosticle. I'm worried.
What?
Oh, what specifically?
Well, if I'm being blunt, I'm worried about the whole pirate thing. I mean, there's two swords, two people with the shards, and the only way to get this piece of the sword is to, the other person.
Hmm.
And I don't know if either of you are willingly going to give your. Do you think she'll willingly give it over? I mean, it's not just the sword she's giving over; she's giving over her life.
More than that.
I mean, we could kill her and bring her back.
That's what I said.
Yeah, there's that. I don't think people really want to die, you know. I mean, you guys are pretty good at it, but
Hey, hey,
you know,
hey.
Absolutely
just
not.
saying. I'm just saying.
We
Rude.
might like to tempt fate sometimes, but
Yeah. Well, I'm also worried about you, Finnick. I mean, ever since that vision, I feel like nobody wants to talk about the multiple albino animals in the room. You know, we all saw what the Storm Giant's vision said, and I know that it's not necessarily true, but it can be true. It's a possibility, and any variation of that can happen.
I understand.
Gonna glance at Finnick's now entirely covered arm.
Yeah. What do we do? I mean, if I'm being honest, I love you guys, and I don't want to. The thought of me having to fight you guys breaks my heart. But I don't know if we'll get the choice. And nobody seems to want to talk about it. I know you, Finnick, and I know that's not what you want to be, and I know you're fighting tooth and nail, and I know you have Gormorog to support you, and of course you got me to look fabulous right next to you, So, yeah, that's the best case scenario, but what is the worst case scenario? For all of the other things that we talk about and plan, we seem to avoid this topic like the plague.
Because it's one of the ones we're most scared to think of.
Right.
I'm not gonna want to fight you either.
But you may not have the
I-
choice.
And I'm trusting you guys to take me down if it comes to that. It's not something I want, but if it's something I can't control, I need you guys to take care of it. Take care of me.
Zeral's gonna look at Finnick in the eye and then is going to do what is that spell called? The mind sharing thing?
Rary's telepathic
Rare's
bond.
telepathic bond.
Telepathic bond. and is gonna say out loud, "Hey, come take a walk with me, you guys." And is gonna kind of take a long walk to the tea room. But in that walk, it's kind of using that as a time to speak to Finnick mentally.
You froze.
Okay.
Oh, Zero.
Okay.
So close. So close.
Man,
It'll
the
come.
timing on that.
It'll come. It'll come. I don't want this part to be stopped. No, it'll come back. Let it happen.
There he is.
There you go.
Okay,
We just
sorry.
got him
I'm
back.
You're good.
I'm
You're
back.
good.
While they're taking this little walk, I'm gonna speak fast. While they're taking this little walk, he's gonna say to Finnick when the mental bond, he's not gonna be able to do it, and I don't want to put him through that.
I understand that. But if it comes down to me or the entire planet, I'm hoping he would pick the entire planet. Stop shaking y'all's heads!
Have we seen Doctor Strange? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I know it's not an easy choice.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
I know it's not an easy choice for him to make. But there's still part of me that hopes.
Well, between what happened with Tristan and all the other things and all the other people we lost, I don't think that he would make it through you. And I'd rather him hate me than him hate himself. So if it comes to that, just know that I will do what needs to be done with all the love that I have in my heart.
I love you too, Zero, by the way.
All right, don't get so mushy. But let's not get to that. How about that?
I'll do everything in my power.
Wonderful. And I will look fabulous next to you doing it.
Damn right.
We get to the tea room and we're sitting down. And now it's like a nice little sunrise in the tea room. Yeah, the sceneries are all different in this place, so get with it or get out. He turns to Gormrog. Gormrog, you and Knick-Knack are kind of close now, so what's up with that?
Dr. Rhynak and I have had several conversations. Not divulging everything about each other, but getting to know each other better, building trust, revealing some truths about ourselves. I figured if we're gonna work together, it'd be better to know him well enough to trust him.
Well, how do you feel about
Did you freeze again?
No.
Okay. While that's happening, Morgan, is there anything specific that you wanted to get done besides the unloading and sitting up of your ship?
No. I think she would just be running around, like yelling orders to like get us moving. She really, really wants to make it to the cove, and I think any decisions of the ship itself, and like the cannon thing and all that, she is going to make there.
Okay.
I'm back.
She doesn't
Sorry.
want to do any of that here in the middle of the water.
Yep.
Just can't wait to get back.
Okay. Zaro, go ahead.
Yeah. He's asking Gormrog, how does he feel about the captain?
Captain Finnick?
No. By our own pirate captain.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Morgan is earnest and capable. She is cunning, and she has endured despite losing her crew and ship already. I would absolutely hate to have her as an enemy,
Yeah. I mean,
but I don't know that I can count her among my allies.
have you guys talked recently about the whole shifting of the...
No, Morgan and I do not tend to get into those kinds of conversations. There's this thing that happens whenever we get closer physically. It just, the vibrations in my head just intensify, and the sword damn near leaps out of my chest in order to reforge itself.
So you're telling me that you guys haven't really talked or been around each other close enough to have a conversation, and so when this moment comes, which is already extremely awkward and has something to do with one of you or two of you losing your life, you're just gonna leave it up to the sword to decide? Huh. Just checking if that's where we're at in that conversation.
Yeah.
What Gormrog and Finnick don't know is that Jeffrey had been sent to the captain's quarters to go find her, to go bring her inside of the thing. This is when they got here, Jeffrey was already going to get them, so he was already out there.
Okay.
Is he getting knick-knack too?
I was gonna say, Morgan,
Knick-knack is wild.
Wild work. Wild work. I cannot handle this.
I was gonna call you like rack or something else. I was like, no, knick-knack sounds good.
Morgan, you are approached by a unseen servant that is partially seen and kind of, it's a Zarl, miniature Zarl in a tuxedo with angel wings. It's all confusing. Rhynek,
I think if it didn't look like Zeril, I would have ran it through.
I will say, Rhynek, you do, because you have, you see everything now. You see this unseen servant moving its way up towards Morgan's private quarters to retrieve her.
Okay. I note that in my noggin.
Jeffrey's gonna go, "Hello, Captain. I'm Jeffrey. I've been sent to gather you for a little tea time in the parlor. Would you please join me?"
How did you get on the ship? Also, the ship doesn't have a parlor?
"Everything will be revealed if you follow me, Captain." "Master Zero requires your presence in the tea room. And we don't want to keep him waiting because the tea is getting cold and he gets really grumpy."
Right. I think she turns around and like finishes giving like orders so that we're moving
Yep.
while all of this is going on.
Hmm.
Because that was part of like she really just kind of wants to get there, right? Thinks about it, about just kind of stabbing this thing anyways. and then opts to follow it, I suppose.
Okay.
Um, I'm hoping that they're walking to the big door so that they can go into the little foyer before they go. There's a gondola, but now there's a giant extravagant ship with a ivory Zeril winged thing on the front like this. And
Wow.
Jeffrey goes, "Captain, please join us on the ship. We'll be at the island in a moment."
Okay. I
And they
think
get on there.
she's like, did I eat something? Did I hit my head? Was I poisoned? Oh god.
Is this how I go?
This is how I got. What you see is a vast ocean, like waves in ocean, not like a lake or anything, like a big, vast place. And you're seeing a really nice island over there and a mountain that's kind of looks like Zeril's head. But you're like, am I tripping? And that's the way to Waller. A Jeffrey comes in and says, "Master Zeril, the captain is on her way to the island. Please join us." And I go, "All right, you guys, it's time to go." "Thank you, Jeffrey."
You're welcome, Master.
And so we all get up and we head to a bookshelf. And I'm like, this one. And it says "The Island of Me." And I pull out the book, and the book opens, and then it floats and turns into a door. And I go, "After you."
I'm loving just CB's reactions over here.
This is wild work. I just need y'all to understand. And it sounds so far-fetched, but this is a magnificent mansion, so it can be this. I've never seen someone be. This is so good. Continue.
This
I'll
is
step
my
through the
life on
book
the
door.
regular, by the way.
Oh god.
Come. We go through the door, and as we walk through the door, it actually has some leaves, and you walk through, and at that time, there is a big, extravagant gazebo looking thing and a very long table. And you can see, I would assume already that Jeffrey Morgan down with some snacks and some things and some, piratey items and some liquor and some food or whatever. And she probably looks like, I must be tripping. And
Yeah, she thinks she's dreaming straight up.
Okay.
And so we come out and we sit. The Jeffreys take Gomrog to the other end of this very, very long, table. Because he had mentioned that them being too close gets, yeah. And so me and Finnick are gonna sit on either side of the table. Oh,
I think as soon as she sees like the rest of you appear, it's like, oh, I thought I was in this nightmare alone. Wow.
Nope. We're all in it. Oh,
as I was gonna say, and you're in it with me.
did you bring Rhynak?
Figured somebody put something in my food, or I don't know.
No.
Bonked me on
No
the side
such
of the
luck.
head real hard. Yeah.
So we're all sitting here, and Zero goes, well, you're probably wondering why I've gathered you guys all here today.
Uh-huh.
I guess this would be like a parlay of sorts.
Another one?
Also, I mean, I feel like we have some things to talk about, and this is a neutral spot. No violence or anger, and everybody's comfortable, and we can figure out logistics.
Comfortable is a stretch.
Just as long as you don't fight it, it gets better. I promise.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna come out with it. I know you guys talked about this earlier when we first kind of met, and now that we're a little bit more comfortable with each other, there goes that word again. The swords. Let's just lay it out all on the table, and as I say that, the whole table lights up, and as I speak, little miniature dramatizations of what's happening start to like play and like move around. I was like, so Gormarog, and the little Gormarog pops up, has a piece of the sword. And also, Morgan, you have a piece of the sword. And then Morgan pops up, and their heart, inside of their hearts, it's like glowing. And these swords want to be won. But the only way for this sword to be won is for one of you to die. And so the little things, like their eyes turn into X's and they go, ugh. But we don't want that. So how do we get the sword without any loss of life and everybody's happy? You can have your fleet, Morgan, and probably be the new pirate king or whatever, and we can get the sword and we can save the world from being destroyed.
That was what we ended up saying the last time we had a parlay, as you so call it.
That is the
this
agreement.
has kind of already been laid out. Yes. I understand that you weren't present, but last time we talked, I mentioned knowing somebody with magic related to the gods, and I also said that they were under the care of the Pirate King, so we kind of have to, get there first. And then Gormarog brought up something about dying and coming back, and then we decided that after taking care of the Pirate King, we would then take care of the sword situation. And yes, me becoming Pirate Queen was kind of a given.
Yeah. I don't like many people, but I kind of like you, Morgan. Yeah, I kind of like you. And I don't really want you to die, honestly. And there's a lot of people on that list that I really want to die. But I just felt like at this point we've kind of been through a lot, and I just wanted to like solidify some things because things get kind of dicey in the moment. And
I mean, unfortunately, nothing has happened that would change anything. A lot of this is gonna happen when we get to the end of it all.
I guess
And so we haven't found another way for this whole sword debacle. Though, your friends did make it very clear that they were only helping, assuming they would get the sword at the end, if that makes you feel any better.
Well, I get that. I well, one, sorry, Morgan, you're a pirate. Not to say that all pirates are created
Yes.
equal, but
No, I'm a very good one.
and there is a chance that you could double cross us, but pirates and
I mean,
such.
there is a chance one of you can sneak into my room and kill me in the middle of the night as well.
That is
It has
very,
nothing to
very
do
true.
with nothing to do with being a pirate.
You know what? You're right. I would like to show you something. If you would let me, would you be willing to see something kind of out of the ordinary?
She looks to Gorbrog and Finnick like, am I going to be okay? Sure.
Okay. Zeril adds Morgan and Gormrog to the. Come on, brain, you can do this today.
Telepathic
bond.
Telepathic bond.
Telepathic bond. Thank you
Oh no.
so very.
Then void.
Just everybody hears nothing but Finnick's internal screaming.
Real quick while that's happening, Rhinek, what are you doing up on the deck?
And okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Plays.
Oh, he had frozen.
Replays the Yeah.
Oh no.
Rhinek, what are you doing up on the deck?
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Replays the vision from the storm giant. And as it replays, it also is shown as like a big projection, dramatization, 3D, in the happenings.
Okay. I love that. So I don't know what that vision is that you guys keep talking about. So if our game master would do us the favor of what do I see?
Oh God, what do I remember?
Do you remember that? Do you have it in your notes?
No, of course not. My notes have nothing in them except for like location information.
72 pages and nothing
I remember
about
some of
this.
it. I remember some of it. The majority of it. So if you need spaces, I can.
Yeah. So you get a vision of. It starts out with this massive red and black demon seated on a throne. These large curled horns off his head. This black smoke kind of trailing around him at this throne. Next to him, you see Finnick seated. Her form taking on this almost more demonic visage, switching from that ASMR into something else. You see.
Also,
yeah, go ahead.
Gormrog is in a giant whirlwind / tsunami, bigger than life, being right in the middle of it, and the whole thing is like washing over like the side of a whole continent.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Zeril, me, there in full Paylord glory. I don't mention, you mentioned like a flaming sword or something, or lots of fire. At what is that kingdom we were at? Where the Earth Titan is at?
Vasselheim.
Vasselheim, where the Earth Titan is. It's just me and the Earth Titan, and it's like coming to like attack me, and I'm like going up against it by myself. And then it has Rhynak with a bag or some kind of thing that they were collecting, and they were phasing out and into a different plane or something like that.
With a
that's
figure
where-
standing behind, speaking to them.
Yes.
Then they were watching
Mhm.
All these
Moloch and
events.
all the events unfold.
Right. And so that's what's playing, all these different, things going on. And after it kind of stops, like as if it was a movie. Zero goes, "This is what we are trying to stop."
Trying to stop. It seems that, didn't you want to collect all of these swords? It seems you are trying to bring this about.
No. There are
Right?
two
I saw.
others.
Yes, you are on search for the other swords, right? I saw you wielding a flame one, Gormrock with the water sword complete, which would happen after this quest if everything goes according to your plans. This is, by you seeking the swords, this is closer and closer to coming to be, not stopping.
I know it seems like that.
I don't understand how it would seem any different. It seems that if you attain all the swords, this comes to pass. I don't understand how you assumed this would make me want to give you the sword more or sooner.
This was not for that reason. I figured that at this point, we have been together and been through things regardless of agreements, and the truth is something that we all deserve. And that is why I wanted to share it with you. And also, this is not what we want. And we also have two other people who are specifically trying to gather the swords to basically bring about the end of the world.
And how is what they want to do different from what you have shown me with you all in it?
Well, from what I know, Zero pauses and thinks if he should share more things, and then goes, "Well, we've kind of been through this partially before, and it's not great. So this is like our second opportunity to keep this from happening. We don't have all the answers, and we're trying our best."
Cyril, how does this table thing work? If I think it, will it show up, or is that something you're doing?
Yeah, you can do the thing. Just use your you gotta engage your core.
Nothing but a solid core. I'm gonna put my hands on the table and I'm gonna close my eyes. And as you continue to watch the table in front of you, you will see a half-orc woman and a human man. And not human.
Fire Ganassi.
Fire Ganassi man. And the side of his face is going to turn into flames. And he's going to have a fireball where his eye once was. And he's wielding the sword of fire, and she's wielding a giant sword of stone. This is my tribe mate, Samayor, and her husband, Raynor. And then it's going to show you the Titan of stone. And then it's going to show you inside the lungs of the Titan of stone. And you're going to see Finnick die. And you're going to see Samayor die. And you're going to see the sword and Finnick float to the core of the Titan as it revives and traps her soul in it. Before Zarl brings her back. He revives her, and we all scramble the hell out of there. Go ahead.
Point a note, it was Whisper who brought Fennec back.
Sorry.
It was a ritual, right? We all gave something.
Yeah, forgive me. Let me go back. There is an elf. Shorter than many elves, but red hair. Covered in twigs and leaves and holding the sword of life and death in her hands. She brought Finnick back with the life blade. But as we scramble out of the Titan, you will be able to see an expanse of Vasselheim. A great city dedicated to the gods. And in a single move, the Titan levels it. And then somehow it shifts back. Things are undone. And once again we're facing Samayor on a battlefield. A giant turtle hurtling boulders as our airship flies down. Finnick on a dragon. Wyvern, sorry. And as we engage in this battle on a field surrounded by trees outside of Vasselheim, the two, Samayor and Raynor, kidnap Whisper and teleport out. And you see me hovering over a map, pointing to the shattered teeth. I'm not very good at summarizing everything that's taken place. But we've used the magic of the Feywild to undo our first failure. They want to level cities. We want to stop them. They want to bring all the Titans back. We just want them to stop. We want to keep them from doing that. But clearly we're not strong enough to do that. So, in gathering the swords on our behalf, it is for the purpose of being able to stop them, because even after undoing it, and it's just going to replay them taking Whisper and teleporting out, and taking Whisper and teleporting out, and taking Whisper and teleporting out. We failed. We stopped them from reviving the Titan, but we failed. My goal is to find my friend and stop them from bringing about the end of the world through the Titans. I just need to get stronger in order to do it. I don't want to bring about the destruction of cities through these Titans, these primordial entities of massive destructive power. But I recognize that sometimes you have to fight fire with, well, water. I don't want to take your life. I hope that God-based magic person you know of can do what you say they can do. I hope that we're able to find a solution to this that doesn't involve anybody dying. And then it's going to flick back to Semiyor and Raynor, and I'm like, well, almost everybody.
I appreciate you all opening up and showing me all this. Though unfortunately, it doesn't change what we know that we can or cannot do as of now.
I didn't expect it to.
Maybe.
On the table,
Oh, go ahead.
you're going to see Gormrog, Finnick, Zeril, Rhynak. And behind them, you're going to see Whisper, the red-headed elf, Clover, Harangon, Rabbit Folk. You're going to see a really tall male elf with long black hair and a very, very long sword. Green tabard robe with no sleeves. He's tall and muscular in ways that elves usually aren't. And you're going to see a little halfling man right next to the Harangon. We are the world's most ragtag group of people that have ever been assembled. Fate brought us together. And Morgan, you're going to see yourself appear in front of them. Fate's brought us together too. For whatever way this deal goes. The back row of people is going to disappear, and it's going to be just us. I do it for them. I'm sure you've got your reasons for doing what you do.
Yes, your friends certainly found themselves a good company among you. And I suppose after everything that you've showed me small, mm, let's say, sign of goodwill is in order. Yes? And he looks to Zeril as she is about to place her palms on the table as well. For permission, obviously.
Zero goes. Thing. Make sure you engage your core.
She places her palms. I think you'll find us not so different, after all.
I
And
really hate that Rhinox not here.
yeah, me too. And you see ships. It looks a whole bunch of ships. One very, very large ship. And it seems like they're all fighting. Huge water battle. The large ship is boarding another. And all of a sudden, we are on the deck of the boarded ship. You see a man. You see Gale. A little younger. More pep in his step. You see what you assume to be a small version of Morgan. Teeny bopper, a little teeny bopper. Probably couldn't be more than like 12 years old-ish. And you see all of these people boarding this ship. You see there is a man, would the party know what the Pirate King looks like?
No, definitely
Do you want to describe the Pirate King as they see him on the ship?
Did I give you anything on any notes on that?
No,
Okay.
not on him.
Okay, cool.
He is your NPC.
Yep. So I will say before that, you see three raids in a row, like back to back to back. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Heavy RP episode.
Welcome in dummies and dice rolls and all three of your raids.
The first person you see is this gaunt, almost ashen-skinned individual. His eyes glowing with this blue spectral light. A weathered tricorn hat kind of hanging off his head. And you, Morgan, know that this is Captain Vorn Sabewake. He is one of the two captains that are underneath of the Pirate King. The next, you see this fierce-looking drow, her silver hair tied up in a bun behind her head, two shimmering blackish blades one in each hand. Her eyes glowing this almost violet color. This cloak that seems to bleed shadows hanging off one of her arms as she slinks closer through the deck of the ship you're on, slicing down the various people. This is Kezra Selwyn, captain of the Ebon Ray. And the other, Vorn, is captain of the Hollow Grid. Okay. As the pair of them board onto your ship, Morgan, and slice through the people that are there, you see this towering 7-foot-tall man, armor forged in this blackened iron and coral mixture. His skin like living coal. Underneath you see the fire burning in his veins that run like liquid gold down his arms. That cloak that hangs behind his back, you see just this tapestry or menagerie almost of flags of different ships that have been stitched together to form his cloak. Each one of them marking a captain that has fallen to his hand. You see his eyes glowing with those burning red embers. And you see his right hand burning with an eternal flame. You know that this is Redrick Valar, the Pirate King.
Nice. You all see as they're walking through, just slicing, not even looking sometimes at the people that they are killing. It looks like they're looking for someone. Underneath the ship, you see small, little Morrigan, just, with Gale holding her, and an older man who you do not recognize in front of them. He is wearing the captain's hat. You assume him to be the captain of this ship. And it looks like he's yelling something at Gale and this little girl, with the girl wrestling to get out of Gale's grip to run to the man. And after some more yelling, Gale manages to pick her up and run. The girl fighting the entire way. As this man walks back up to the deck and begins to talk from a distance to what you now know as the Pirate King. He comes up and brings out his blade. A battle ensues. But you, as a fighter, would know he's not trying to kill or to end this quickly. He's trying to buy the girl and Gale time to leave the ship. And once they do, the battle begins in earnest. The man is cut down. The ship burned. You see another image as that one fades away of Morgan, a little older this time. Above the area of where the battle took place, using her powers that you know now come from this magic sword, to go down and attach pulleys and bring up the head of that old ship that sank. She looks through the wreckage for hours, and that siren is the only thing that is sort of not burned and broken. Back at the cove attaches it to a ship with a flag that she made. You would have seen in the first vision of the battle, the flag there was a skull, obviously on black, as all pirate ships are, but a skull with a brass telescope sitting like this underneath it, as if the skull was just sitting on top of the telescope laying down. You would recognize it as the same telescope that she has put upon her own banner. And then it all sort of dissipates. So it seems we are all fighting for those we care about, though you are lucky that yours live. But I offer you this as a sign of good faith. Yes. Now, we are getting closer to the cove, and the area around it is quite risky to navigate. So, I would feel a lot better if I was on the helm for when we arrived. Especially with the spider's ship behind us. We don't want it to, for them to get worried. Now, I do offer this up not just to you, but to your entire party. So, Zaryl, I know you have means to make them see all that transpired. I think you should show them all that happened here. I suppose I will go back and help my ship for our arrival.
Thank you.
Hey,
Appreciate that.
Zaryl. How the hell do we get out of here?
I was just going to ask one of them, and she points at Jeffrey.
Zero goes, really, you guys? Come on. The exit is right there. And as I say there, it's almost like a door opens, it just cracks out of nothing.
I've
Yes, of course.
never seen anything like this, and I do not want to ask.
Also, watch your step on the way down.
Down.
Yeah, Jeffrey will help you with all that, and then Zero kicks some sand, and like a thing opens on the ground, and he hops in.
I will just say, all of the
Wow.
Jeffreys have now transformed into Joseph Marcel's. So just so that's perfectly clear, that is how all of them will now be represented.
I gotta Google that. Who is Joseph
I do too,
Marcel?
because I'm like, who is that?
It is Jeffrey from Fresh Prince.
Oh, okay. The actor.
Oh my god, I love it. With the same sassy
Yeah,
accent. Oh,
100%.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yes.
While that is all happening, Rhynak, what are you doing?
He saw the unseen servant walk towards Morgan. He watched the unseen servant walk away with Morgan in tow. He thought for a long time, what exactly is going on? Because Zero making quick motions to do a thing drastic, no, doesn't happen. Not at all, charm person. He waits for a bit.
I got you. So
And then he thinks that someone wasn't with him. And there is a small Cheshire grin as he stands up to go find Soshi.
Okay.
I knew it.
And if you want to go to break there, because we haven't broke yet. I'm
Yeah,
totally
that's a
fine
good
with
call.
that.
That's a good call.
I need to pee.
All right. And that is where we will jump to break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. We love you guys. Thank you so much for the raids, everyone. See you guys next video. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, so Rhynak, you are aware that Soshi is in the navigation quarter of the ship, and in short order, you make your way over there, unless there's something else you wanted to do.
Music. No, he gets up very quietly. He's a very quiet individual as far as his countenance and the way he moves. And he simply just begins to walk, hands behind his back. It somewhat becomes a strut. Not like a fashion model or anything like that, but becomes very confident gait, I guess. Then almost, I don't dare call it a dance, but there's something almost whimsical about the silent excitement about going to see Soshi. And in that, he just naturally begins to stealth towards that quarter.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
Aye, aye, Capitan. $28.
Okay. Even in the daylight of the day, that was stupid. You are able to kind of slink down into the shadows, and they almost seem to grip your body and pull you into them. As you sneak past the various crew members, Buckles being the most eccentric of them all, as he is happily dancing across the deck, now being the proud cannoneer of 4 Arcano cannons. But you are able to kind of slowly move your way over to the navigation quarters and enter in. And as you enter in, you see Soshi sitting there at the large desk centered in the room, their hands spreading out this large map as they kind of are scanning it over, trying to get a bearing on where they are, and doing some general navigation work, that nothing seemingly raising any suspicions to you, though as you enter, their eyes do flick up to you, seeing you instantly.
As he's been spotted, for lack of a better word, he doesn't slow, but he moves inside. The wall and him become friends as he leans against it slightly.
Something I can help you with?
I didn't think it was possible that you and her would not be so joined at the hip.
Well, she does have a mind of her own, as much as I regret to inform you.
It must burn your divine soul to know that I am around. Or maybe not, he says, leaning against that wall, not looking at her.
They kind of lean back in their chair and just grab the quill they were using and begin to like twirl it in their fingers as this barely visible forked tongue kind of licks across their lip, just trying to tamp down a response
Uh-huh.
as they are beginning to feel the temperature of the room rise.
I still not watching. There's I dare not say youth about him. Would it be a surprise to you, dearest Soshi? Is that what she's calling you? I don't really know if that's your true name or not.
That's what you can call me.
Sure. Would it be such an intriguing notion to realize that she is a non-factor to my plans?
Everything that happens around you is of concern to me.
Is that? I'm just a historian.
How does that work when you are keeping secrets yourself?
Does one not skim a little bit off of the top for themselves? You use that divinity you have in such intriguing ways for such a good person. We all gain when we keep.
Why are you here?
I'm here because my friends have made a contract to help you and helping you get the weapon. That's why. It could have been another pirate. It could have been a civilian named Bob. None of that matters. Now, I'm not saying she's a bad person or a wrinkle in time that I can't be bothered to count. No, I'm not saying that. I believe her and her story exist. I just want you to realize that your story can continue with or without me, as long as your story doesn't interfere with mine.
And what would your story be, Remnant?
To make sure he returns.
That's a bit of a problem, you see. It's not something that I can just let happen.
There's no let in that sentence that matters. All will come to pass. I just politely ask you don't get in the way.
And if I was to be?
Everything has a soul. Yours can easily be taken.
You're cute. Little whispered one. Is he even really a god? Or are you just working for some lesser being?
The amount of smallness he could be is still astronomically greater than what you could ever be.
Well, that's the difference. I don't seek to be more than I am. I know my role, though you seem to have forgotten yours, or have been lied to what it may be. Little left eye.
Couldn't stop him before. Nothing will stop him now.
I'm fairly certain he's been stopped before. Oh, I mean, honestly, hasn't even really drawn the attention of those that are really important yet.
Oh,
Kind of pathetic, some might say.
unlike your kind, O Holy One. We don't have to
unlike mine.
boast to understand the truth. This is the only time I will ask you to not be in the way.
I kind of reach out and grab a cup off the table, slowly sip their tea.
They will turn. They will begin to walk. None of the back and forth.
Okay.
He will go back to where he was and go back to his book and await wherever we go next.
Okay. And I will say, in short order, Morgan being among the first to kind of exit the mansion, you see Rhynak up on the deck of the ship, kind of just centered as your skeleton crew is making their way around, doing the best they can to have things prepared as you approach your cove. That being said, you are aware of some of the things that your cove has prepared. How would you like to make the final approach?
I did not replace the flag on the other ship, but I did take down the one they had.
Mm-hmm.
It is currently flagless, but I'm gonna have them come up behind us anyways and ask them to let Gale at the helm, at least for, entering, and so that they could, until they have a flag of their own. I am trying to think where, or closest to what to dock. But no, I think we'll go straight in to the dock cavern, because we need to take proper inventory of the other ship and do some changes on this one.
Okay.
And it's going to be like an overnight endeavor, so we'll go in and properly dock at the dock cavern.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to need some checks then, as you're coming in through the very tight cavern, and especially in this ship that is far larger than what you had previously had.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a little bit difficult as you are attempting to navigate into the tunnels of your cove. That being said, as you go up and take command of the helm, I'm going to need you, using your new stat block for the Siren Song, to go ahead and roll me some checks. If you want to go ahead and make a dexterity check using the vehicle proficiency, if you have it.
Let's see. It is, and I'm using the +2 maneuverability.
Yep.
Words are hard. That is a 16.
Okay. As you are entering in, there is essentially no light in that initial entrance of the cave. As you kind of come in through the overhang that you know is there, of these long vines, almost tendril-like vines, some of them scraping down along the deck of the ship. It's a little disorienting for you, having not been here in a little bit, and as those vines kind of unintentionally grab hold of the wheel, just being vines, as you're trying to steer it, kind of jerks the ship a little bit, arching it off to the side. You, unfortunately, the ship takes 7 points of damage.
Okay.
As
It
grinds
is under the damage threshold.
Yep. Then it doesn't do anything.
Okay.
It doesn't knock anything up. But you make it past the first kind of hurdle. As you slowly are inching your way in, you notice, with your high as hell passive perception, there are you do see one of the people you're expecting to see up, kind of situated up in the rocks above. The familiar kobold, their red skin kind of clashing against the brown and green of the rocks and moss. Looking out over, this is Maedra. And she kind of peeks a head out before whistling loudly twice down. You see a few torches begin to be lit in the distance. As you begin to turn that last turn, the next turn, I need you to go ahead and roll me another check.
Is there any way that guidance would help in this time?
Yeah.
So I will
Is
cast
that-
guidance. D4.
That's an extra D4. Nice. That is a 19.
19. Awesome. You are able to kind of make that final curve as you kind of come into the small port that has been kind of naturally carved into the stone here. And as all of you make that turn, you see unfolding before you this enormous cave structure. And initially, it is this large domed kind of space that seems to be naturally carved out through the water rushing in and out of this space. You see the docks are these stalagmites that have been kind of shaved down, broken into forming these kind of docks with wood laid over them. There's probably enough space here for 3 medium-sized ships, but as the Siren Song and your other ship pull in, it is pretty cramped as the 2 ships are lined up next to each other, being far larger ships. As your ship's dock, however, there is this light that begins to glow out across the ceiling as these bioluminescent plants seem to come alive as you see another one of the denizens, a half-orc. You see this half-orc kind of touching along the roots of these plants on the wall as they begin to come alive, illuminating the space in this bluish purple light. From there, you see the entirety of the cave system kind of begin to branch off. There's a almost inn-like sign over one of the tunnels that says the Wormtongue Inn. There is another little kind of station set up on along the far wall where you see all these arcane glyphs and tablets aligned up, and you see a few of them kind of glowing now as there's now ships in the dock. And directly out along the far wall, you see this cutout where there are several stalagmites that have kind of been, again, chopped and carved and built out to be this large throne-like seat along the far wall. And Morgan, if you would like to describe some of the trophies that align the Salt Throne. Go ahead.
You would see them being divided in two sections. An older section where all of them look worn down by the seawater, the breeze. And a newer section with mostly beasts of the sea. A couple of hats you see, as opposed to a lot of the other pirates and how you saw the cloak of the pirate king themselves, who likes to adorn themselves with the flags of their conquest. Morgan likes to take their hats, and you notice that above the back of this throne is a whole bunch of hats with feathers and tentacle-y things and other stuff you can't describe sort of attached to them, tied to them. Things from their past owners. There is quite a lot of them. You don't see anything that would indicate other people per se, besides the hats themselves. A lot of the other stuff seems to be beasts of the sea, some of which you might recognize as to what kind of beast it belongs to, some of which you couldn't even begin to imagine what thing this appendage would go on or belong to.
I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight. I know some of our players are not feeling great. So I think we're going to end it a little early here because I feel like the energy has kind of come down from the table. So we're going to call it there for tonight. Come back next week for our 100th episode. We're going to be doing a big giveaway. So keep track of the socials for how to enter into that. Yuri, go ahead and shout out what you're doing this week.
Yes, absolutely. So hello everyone. If you don't know me, now you do. You can go ahead and find me at Yudi and the Beast absolutely everywhere. Now, this coming week is going to be a busy one. Tomorrow I'm going to be over at Happy Jack's RPG as we play Electric State. our Road to Nowhere campaign. On Wednesday, we're back at Superhero Shenanigans. Don't Kill My Characters playing Mutants and Masterminds RPG. On Thursday, we're over at Starcrawl RPG with Sean from Help Action Needed as our GM as we play the Life is Strange 2 Moons Rising RPG. The last part of our 3-part mini-series, Our Place at the End of the World. Then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will be over at San Diego Comic-Con GMing tables in Spanish and in English for the West Coast Adventurers Guild. And then I come back and I will be here again.
Omega, what do you got going on?
Yep, tomorrow over on twitch.tv/surfeffers, I am playing in our summer series called Doom Scroll as our penultimate episode, so come hang out. That is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central, and then on Friday, twitch.tv/Quick Hit Chronicles for Shadows of a Baldur's Gate, which is the Baldur's Gate 3 inspired D&D campaign set directly after the event of the game. Again, that is Friday at 7 p.m. Central. Yeah. Demi.
And Omega, Dante, what do you got going on? Are you muted, pal? Yeah, you're muted, pal.
Hello. I'm here. Can you hear me? Hi, I'm Jeffrey. Anyway, I will be at San Diego Comic-Con this weekend in San Diego. That's my home convention. Help me support other fists like Yudi. And if you find me in cosplay, take a photo, get a special prize. And yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
Okay. I got nothing else. We're gonna raid over to Pick Your Poison. They're doing a fundraiser for Dot's RPG project. So we're gonna jump over to them. They are on intermission right now, so stick around. I think they just went. Stick around for a couple minutes with them. I got nothing else. If you guys got nothing else, remember, we love you, geeks. Good night.